Hey there, how there, ho there, Chef Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to yet another Stone Cold Hockey video to do with the 2005-2006 Buffalo Sabres season. Figure that with Buffalo the firepower and the season after the lockout with the shootout involved, I might as well try. We are 27-13-5, 59 points. Last video we said we finished. I found out I was on a 7-game winning streak, so let the good times roll. Rangers, Devils, and Flyers are fighting out in the Atlantic. Ottawa's crushing the Northeast, but we're trying to catch them. Carolina and Florida leading the Southeast. Detroit looking good in the Central. Minnesota looking decent in the Northwest. And in the Pacific, it's Dallas looking good. Goal scoring, Danny Heatley has 39 goals. Ovechkin 35. Chicharito 33. We don't have a 20-goal scorer. Points wise, Heatley 70, Datsuk 64, Jokinen 64. And none of our. Oh, Vanagonov's 24th with 45 points high. Ray Emery, Dominic Hasek, Ottawa having a great goalie tandem. So is Legacy and Osgood. So, you got two of the best goalie tandems, Ottawa and Detroit. Biron's 9th, 11 and 3-3 with a 2.40 goals against. Miller's now 13th, 16-9-2 with a 2.52. It's amazing what a winning streak can do to you. The standings, we have 27 wins. We've scored 165 goals, second in our division, 121 given up. We are 1-5 after regulation, so we've got problems. We're 16-6-2 at home, 11-7-3 on the road. We're at it. Buffalo, we are 5th place in our conference, 4 points back of Florida for 4th place. If we want a top 3 finish, we have to win the division. Atlanta 6th, Montreal 7th, New Jersey 8th, Philly, Toronto, and Tampa are fighting tooth and nail. In the West, it looks like a dogfight. Calgary leads Colorado, LA, and San Jose for the trip to the playoffs. Highlights, we have had how many hat tricks? 35? 37 hat tricks. We've had 7 games with 30 or more points. Pittsburgh was down 4-0 to Colorado, but came up with 6 straight goals. That's the game of the year so far. New Jersey, Philly on October 7th, second game of the year. Philly was down 4-0 and came back with 5 straight goals. Washington, Tampa was a dogfight, 6-5. Detroit, St. Louis. St. Louis was up 4-1 and gave up 4 straight goals. Atlanta, Carolina on January the 4th. It's a goal fest, which Carolina won in overtime. Toronto, Detroit, Boston. Toronto notoriously giving up 4-1 leads. Boston scoring 4 straight goals. And finally, we have Tampa and the Islanders from January 2nd when Tampa was up 3-0 and screwed it up. We are in January 19th. We are in Vancouver, part of our Western road trip. We're playing our expansion mates, Vancouver, because the Sabres and Canucks both came in the league in 1970. We have Marty Biron, number 43, in that. Dan Cloutier is the main. And for Vancouver, Vancouver kind of gave up on him. After all, he did have a few terrible postseasons and all that. That's why he's pretty much got ran out of town. Alex Auld, the main guy. Mika Norinen. I guess we traded Mika Norinen to Vancouver. Rob McFicker and Maxime Ouellette for the Cougar. Our goalies are Miller, Biron, and Norinen. Buffalo, we have Chris Drury, who's a good goal scorer for us. Terrible GM for the Rangers. Alex Kutterly, Danny Briere, better when he was with Philly. Thomas Vanek from Austria. Maximum Vinoganoff, roll the highlight reel. JP Dumont, Derek Roy, Kitchener. That's right, Kitchener Ranger. Derek Roy, Jochen Hecht, Jason Pominville, Tim Connolly, Brian Campbell, the Bone Crusher, Paul Goldstein, Mikey Greer, Hendrik Tellender, Taylor Pyatt, Jay McKee, Roy Fitzpatrick, Temple Newman, started for the Jets and Coyotes once upon a time, Dimitri Kalinin, Anamir, Yuri Novotny, Tony Lemon, Danny Pyatt, and Nathan Page. For the Canucks, Anson Carter, looking good. Marcus Naslin, number 19 in your retired program. Great player. Todd Bertuzzi, the Bertuzzi Uzi. Unfortunately, this was the season after his stupidity on Steve Moore of the Colorado Avalanche. The Sedins, Daniel and Hendrick, Brandon Morrison, great centerman. Matthias Olin, Sammy Salno, Ryan Kessler, Yurko Rutu, Ed Jovanovski from Canada. Matt Cook, Richard Park, who was a folk hero from Minnesota. I forgot Matt Cook. Brian Allen, Trevor Linden, the icon, number 16 in your program. Alex Burrows, Nolan Baumgartner, Josh Green, Lee Gorin, Wade Brookbank, Tyler Book, a young Kevin Bieksa. Here we go. 4 minutes into the game. Chance for them? No. 5 minutes later. We have Jetski. Oh, he ate Tim Conway. He's Tim Connolly. His 18 from Derek Roy makes it 1-0. Both of us look good. 2 minutes later. No chance and we fail. 5 minutes later. Burroughs gets whacked by Finn again off. And Jetski. Oh, Morrison from Olin and Jones. 1-1 tie. Oh, we got crunched. And the Jets, they score. Danny. We're up 2-1 on Buffalo. So, yeah. 2 minutes. Hoover delivers a hit. 4 minutes later. 3 minutes later, agitator. We got agitated. It's on a mirror. No, they missed. No chance, Sandine. No, we stop them. 2 minutes later, nothing. 4 minutes later. Hendrick scores from Daniel and Cook. After 40 minutes. Our winning streak is on the line. 3 minutes later. Aggression? We got aggressive. Too aggressive. It's Lidman. Gets crunched. We kill the zone. What cost? 3 minutes later. Another hit. 3 more minutes. Aggression? Too aggressive. Too aggressive. Goal set. And Bertuzzi gets whacked by Kudalik, so we're 2-man down. But we get out of it. We're not injured. Well, we hurt their defense in PK, but no penalty. Jansen, Hack can't score. Empty net time. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Damn it, nothing. We could only score 1 goal on the Canuckles, and Dan Kluche is a hero. We scored the first goal. We had the lead for 8 minutes, and we fucked it up. Canuckles. Damn it. We had a 7-game winning streak, and we lost. I'm like, damn it. Our next game is in Calgary, probably on Hockey Night in Canada, but the rules are, remember the rule. The old rule is if we lose a game, the next game must be simulated until we win. And we win 2-1 in Calgary. Miller beats Kipper. Marin Campbell putting up the goals for Buffalo Huselius for Calgary. So since we won, the next game is going to be played on TV. And we are not on the schedule for the Monday. I know that February is going to have not a lot of games because this is the Olympic break. It does have the Olympic break in mind, I think. So we're in New York. We head back to the good old US of A after being Calgary. We're in New York. We're 28-14-5. They're 26-18-5. It's a battle. We lead them by 4 points, if you will. But the Rangers, I think, still lead their division. We put Ryan Miller back in net against the Rangers, and their guy Hendrik Lundqvist, who came out of freaking nowhere to be the Rangers' #1 goalie by 2006. Kevin Weeks, the backup, number 80 in the program. Chris Holt, their third goalie. The Rangers are state rivals, if you will, and yes, they do play in New York instead. You know, the Giants and Jets play in New Jersey. Anyway, do we have any former New York Rangers? I don't think so. Taylor Pyatt, I think, was a former Ranger. Chris Drury was captain for the Rangers later on. Anyway, so the Rangers with Yager, the guy who brought New York out of the doldrums, and everyone on Sports Illustrated thought that the Rangers were going to suck with Yager and he would have a terrible season. Well, he proved everyone wrong, scoring 50-plus goals. Peter Pruka, when he was popular. Michael Nylander, I think he was a Sabre at one time. Yeah, Michael Nylander. Marty Straka, former Penguin and Senator. Didn't know that, did you? With the Senators. Martin Jasinski, former Hab. He was was he part of that trade? The Patrick Watt trade? I think it was him. Yeah, it was him and Kovalenko, wasn't it? Anyway, yeah. Peter Sikora, former Devil. Steve Ruchin, former Duck. Jason Ward, Marcel Hossa, Marion's less talented brother. Dominic Moore, Blair Betts, Peter Chutin, former Columbus player. I think he went to Columbus. Michael Roosevelt, Phil Niemann, Jed Ormeyer, who's part of the Rangers front office, like Chris Drury, but is a piece of shit. Tom Pody, Jason Strudwick, Mark Malik, known for his between the legs goal in the shootout, the 15th shootout. Jason Strudwick actually scored a key shootout goal of that same one. Ryan Holwick, Yarko Immonen, Maxim Kondryev, the guy who the Leafs traded that draft pick to the Rangers to get Brian Leach. Thomas Polk, Papa Polk, Darius Kasparaitis, who Buffalo fans hate because he scored an overtime goal sinking the Sabres in the 2001 playoffs. And that's it. Going on, Trisky, say it with me, Kitchener. That's right. That guy, his 13 from Tallender, 1-0. 2 minutes later, they have a chance and they miss. 3 minutes later, 3 minutes later. Five minutes later, no. And we're up to our own tricks. 1-1 after 1. Perfect number. 2 minutes. Buffalo. It's Tony Lidman. And they score the chorus from Rogers. 3 minutes later. Hey, finally a power play chance. We didn't have one last televised game. Neiman in the box. Secure! Pop power play goal. Chris Drury. Not Drury. His 16th. Well, he scored on his future team. With Connolly enough, then again off scoring. I think Drury went to Rangers on a free agent deal, didn't he? 5 minutes later. 5 minutes later. Nope. Close? Oh, thank God, Yager. Four minutes later. 4 minutes. Lucas scores! 4 minutes later. No. Much later. They're killing the clock. Gets hit. They're really killing the clock well. We're just getting nothing, and we get nothing. In the end, we lose 4-1. Man, oh man, we had a chance. So now we head home with our tail between our legs. Play this mighty 13-game schedule. We're in T-Dot, our rivals. But the problem is we can't play because we lost. That's the rule. And we shut out Toronto 3-0 as Miller did the shutout against Telquist. And wow, Chris Drury put us a hat trick up. He scored our last 4 goals for Buffalo. he put up a natural hat trick. That's when a player scores 3 straight goals by himself and no one on his team or opponent score. Advantage. The 27th sees nothing. The 28th, we are back home. I thought we would be playing. That's not. I thought we would be back home. We've been away from Buffalo for a long time. Huh. 30th, we are. I don't see your name. Well, I know we played Toronto. Oh, we're in Atlanta. We have to play Atlanta. So we go to Atlanta. We're 29, 50, and 5. Ryan Miller against Mike Dunham, former goalie for the Devils and the expansion Predators. Atlanta's 4 games above 500. Yeah, that's right. They won the division in 06 and the Rangers swept them, I think. Yeah, that's right. So they have Mike Dunham. They have 5 goalies. Kerry Lentonen, pretty good player, number 32. I knew that was going to happen. Michael Garnett as the backup, Mike Dunham, the third goalie, Adam Burkholz, and Steve Shields, former Sabre goalie. So the Thrashers have Ilya Kovalchuk, their number 1 pick from 2000. He was good, and then he went to the Devils, circumvented a salary cap thing. Marian Hossa, former Senators icon, future Blackhawk icon, to be honest with you. Mark Savard, who would have his concussions ruin him. Slava Kozlov, former Shark and Red Wing. Peter Bondra, former star sniper from the Washington Capitals. Bobby Holik, former Devil. Scott Mellanby, former Panther and part of the Rat Trick. Patrick Stefan, they still had that number 1 draft blunder before trading him in Dallas. That was the year he had that infamous moment in Edmonton. Jim Slater, Andy Seddon, Rodrigo Petrovic, Yaroslav Modry, former Kings icon. Greg DeFries, former Avalanche Stanley Cup winner. Sergio Bann, Brad Larson, Steve McCarthy, Nick Havlett, JP Fuger, Eric Bolton, Garnet Exby, Shane Knighty, Ramsey Abid, Braden Colburn, and Reiko Fatah. Braden Colburn. All right. So playing late and it's us. It's Mare. But we killed the zone, so we're fine. 5 minutes later. Hit, nothing else. 3 minutes later. We scored! Danny Briere! Danny Briere! Danny Briere! He's got the 20 goal mark. Hacked and Cully gets the assist. Danny Briere. I think he's the first guy at 20. He scores! Well, he was the first to 20. Chris Drury is the second to 20 from a fan again off. Makes it 2-zip. Now Chris Drury is finally picking up why he's still good. 2 minutes later, pressures. Oh, what a stop. Let's go. 3 minutes later. 4 minutes later. That's it. We get penalized. It's Fitzpatrick. Oh boy. And Kovalchuk scores from Mosby. Two minutes later. Caparilla stop. 2 more minutes. They score. Bondra. Now we're being Garbage 2-2. Get that right. Concussion? Damn it. Okay. Totally misses if Vanagenov takes a damn penalty. Ugh. Well, we killed the zone. We're okay. 4 minutes. Atlanta takes failure. Defense gets reduced. Sudden in the box. Can we tie the game? 4 more minutes. Chuck Steelers. Roll the high field. Maxim Vanagenov. His 12th from Jumont. 3-3. In the third. 3 minutes later. Newman in. All right. That's 3-3. So So we did the perfect square. 3-3 after 3. All right, overtime. Come on, open ice. No action. Okay. Overtime heroic Kovacev. Damn it! Lose to Atlanta? Really? You know we suck. Maybe we fucking lose to Atlanta. I know we're 7 points ahead of them now. They're 5. No, they're 6 ahead because we scored a point. At least we got a point out of it. Still, still Dallas. Still, well, we got to face Philly, and of course we have to have our game simulated. We beat Philly 5-3. Miller beats Niinimäki. Philly goes by Gagne, Carter, and Kapanen. Our goals: Pominville, Hat, Kulik, Dumont, and Drury. 5 different guys scoring goals. So we win again. So loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. We have to play Ottawa home ice. I think that's a Hockey Night in Canada game. Or one of the. I think it's one of those games. Ottawa is crushing the division, right? Well, Montreal's only 4 points behind us in the division. Ottawa's 15 ahead of us. Rangers and New Jersey are both 30, 20, and 5. Philly has 61 points. They're closing on. Florida's closing on Carolina for the Southeast. Detroit looks good in the Central. Minnesota 7 points up in the Northwest. And Dallas up by 6. Goal scoring: Heatley, Ovechkin, Chichu. Goaltending. Buron's number 12 and goals against. Miller number 13. Yeah, I mean, Wilson and Brizgalov haven't played a lot of games, but yet they have better goals against than us. Well, Ray Emery looking good. Legacy and Manny Fernandez is starting to sneak up, but yeah, Ray Emery is looking pretty good. And we have to play Ottawa next, so, things happen. Anyhow, Jeff David, adieu.